rotate your phone.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Hello everyone, Yellarigu Namaskara, Jai Hind. Welcome to our Go With The Flow Season 1 Episode 6 with yet another versatile personality, the beautiful lady Miss Namita Gupta.
Thank you, Major.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being here. She's a traveler, she's an editor, she's a writer, she's a blogger, she's a social influencer, a leading lifestyle influencer, a fashionista, a mother, and what not, and the list is endless. Welcome, ma'am, once again to my show. In fact, she's just finished her FP Live with the Indonesian Tourism Department and drove all the way here to be with this show. Ma'am, thank you so much for being here. In fact,
so much.
this show, Go With The Flow, is all about real people, real lives, real journeys. And I'm so happy that all of you all are watching us and liking this show. Thank you so much for your awesome feedback. You really inspire me, motivate me, and as we go out to inspire everybody out there with the beautiful stories and journeys of people like Miss Namita Gupta and all the beautiful ladies and gentlemen out there. Today, we will also hear from Miss Namita how to become an influencer, a macro traveler, those who are out there trying to make a career out of this may want to hear about her beautiful secret tips. So here you go, and ma'am, thank you very much. We welcome Miss Namita Gupta for taking out her valuable time all the way from this place. And let me also share this with you that she's recently met with an accident. Despite all of that, the lady is here. Thank you, ma'am. And for all my viewers out here, ma'am, we would definitely first of all like to know, who is Namita Gupta? What has been your childhood life, your education, your family, your upbringing? Where are you from? How are you here in Bangalore in the state of Karnataka?
Well, first of all, to start with, thank you so much, Aditi, Major Aditi, for having me here. But I'm just a normal person, like you, like all of us. We are doing our bit, for the society. Have achieved a little bit, but I don't think that's changed me, and I don't think I've achieved anything great. There's still a long way to go. Yeah, but well, I started with. I'm a journalist now. I'm editor of a magazine called Provoke Magazine. I've just taken over Provoke Magazine's editor position. I was editor of Ritz Magazine before this for over 3 years. And I've had a long stint with newspapers, various publications, national publications. I've written for Femina, I've written for Midday newspaper. So after my 12th, I did my graduation, and then we moved to Bangalore. So I did my master's in English from Bangalore University.
Wow.
And I was fond of writing. I wouldn't say... well, yeah, I wasn't good at math, so I never considered that line. And in those days, there weren't so many fields like there are these days. Children have so many options now. But those days, there was arts and sciences and maths.
True.
So I wasn't good at maths. I did take up English. My mother's also done masters in English, so she said. And there were always books at home. They were classics, so I would read a lot, and I did well in my graduation as well. So I took up MA English, and then I started writing for a .com. In those days, there was a .com boom. I was in Bangalore then, and while doing my writing for the .com, I realized I should also take up another degree. So I did, another degree in mass communications and journalism from Symbiosis. And then there was a publication looking for a writer, so I went and met them. They liked my writing. I gave some samples, and they liked my writing, they liked my style, so I joined in and was there for a few years. But I did take my breaks in between, but I never took break from writing. So when I had my son was born, I was editor of a magazine that time. It was called The Art of Jewelry. I was there for 6 years. So I took little maternity break, but I even in that break I was writing. I was freelancing for a lot of magazines and newspapers. My articles came in the Hindu as well, and interiors magazines. A lot of magazines, a whole lot of magazines during my break. Because all we writers need is a laptop, and you know you can do remote.
So what about your parents, ma'am? I mean, where have you been? Before you were in Bangalore. What about your children?
Yeah, I was born in Allahabad. Did my graduation.
Oh, that's something we shared.
Yes, so we are both from Allahabad.
Yeah, I
was
remember
in
your St. Mary's school.
St. Mary's Convent.
And I hope my cousins are watching because they studied from St. Mary's.
Yeah. So that's how we connected when we
Yeah.
spoke last time. Like, oh, I'm also, I did a little bit of time there, which was amazing.
Yeah.
St. Mary's Convent, I think, really instilled that kind
Yes,
of values that we
absolutely.
have.
The discipline,
The
yes.
discipline, it stays with us throughout.
True, absolutely. So,
And-
ma'am, what about your children? You said you have a son and you
Yeah, I have a 20-year-old daughter and a 15-year-old son. She's just
you have a
finished-
20-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
I should tell this to my husband. I wish we married at the right time, yaar.
Yeah, I had them early as well. So she's just finished her graduation.
Your husband was a cradle snatcher.
I know him since when I was 13. We were neighbors
Oh, how
in our
nice.
school days.
How
so
nice.
we just kept in touch. We moved to Bangalore. He also moved to Bangalore, and we met again. And it's a long story, cut short, but yeah.
So when did you realize, ma'am, you wanted to be, actually now that we know that you've written so much, you've been writing for so many magazines, you've been an editor, and you still continue to do that. When did you really realize that you wanted to be a writer? When you wanted to be a lifestyle influencer? You wanted to be a traveler? And believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, the kind of traveling she does, I don't know, she's everywhere. And the way she actually captures every event of hers is something worth really watching. I believe you have more than 40,000 followers on Instagram itself, yes?
Yeah, well, travel writing started pretty late in life. I was always into lifestyle writing. Lifestyle writing covers everything from fashion to jewelry to food to art, music, celeb interviews. So I was always with the supplements of the newspapers, and also with a magazine called The Art of Jewelry in my initial days. So we would go interview celebrities, and it would come very naturally to me. I would idolize them because we've seen them on screens and they are huge. But then when it comes to work, I would do a professional proper interview and file the interview. So when we had interns coming to our office, they would be like, what do we ask them? So, they would get little nervous in front of us. So just be yourself. They're like you and me. Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Like, yeah. So they are you and me. They are human beings after all, and you're covering them. So just ask, get a little, ease, and just ask them whatever comes to your mind. Do a little bit of research, of course. And that's when the writing started. And it's been so many years I've been in this industry now, 18 years, and
that's a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah, so
who
now-
is out there who doesn't know her now?
I don't think, I don't.
It's
Yeah,
a passion. A
yeah.
passion that you made a career out
Yeah.
of. Wow. Ma'am, how difficult it has been for you to manage your work in home? You've been traveling so much. You go out every day. I wouldn't even say every
Not-
second day. I probably say every day. I mean, you get invited to all the
No,
places.
now that the kids have grown up, yes,
Yeah.
I do go out a lot because the kids don't really want you there all the time. They're like, yeah, we want our space,
Yeah,
go ahead. And
true.
it's nice to get out, meet
Absolutely.
people. Last year we were stuck at home.
Hmm.
So now it's all opening with a bang. So we're going out, we're meeting people. It's nice. But I'm not out every day, and I do take care of my house. We
So
are.
how was it when you
No,
did
we are
this
Indians
initially?
after all. So
Yeah.
even if you have a very, very, say, modern husband
Approach,
with a modern
yeah.
outlook, and they still want their wives,
to be
to
the
be
caretaker.
Caretaker,
Look
which
after their home.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's anything wrong. So I
True,
think
true.
it's my duty. I take care of my house. I do have a cook. I don't cook, but then even telling the cook what to make, planning the meals, and your breakfast, lunch, dinner, the way your house will run, the way your
True.
everything is sorted, and then I go out. It's not
So
that
there's a
I'm
very
just,
balanced approach between your
So,
home and your career.
Even
So
if I have to step out in the
initially-
evening, I'm sure everything's sorted for
Sorted.
the house. The kids are well taken care
Yeah.
of, and then they also are fine, and
Absolutely.
then I'm fine. Otherwise, I'll not be at peace. Even earlier, like I would probably travel, say I was in Israel or some country. That doesn't mean I'm just cut off from the house. I know what's happening in my house, and
So
So that's
initially,
it.
when you stepped out, ma'am, was it challenging, or you had to really, because the tricks of the trade slowly comes to you. It
Yeah.
was challenging for me. Ma'am.
Yeah, it was
to
challenging.
put the right sources in the place, and because in India, you know how it is. It is not how it is abroad. Everything runs on auto. I'm sure it must be as tough outside as well. But was it challenging for you at that point of time? Initially, very initially.
Yeah, so I did. So after I'd taken a break when my son was born, I didn't get back to the magazine. As I took a little break. I was writing from home for 3 years. So, but when he was 3, he started going to school. I started going out. I gotten into a full-time job, and my parents live in town, so they would also pitch in if required. They were close by, and my husband was a very good support
source
as
of,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't like to go out. That worked in our favor. Otherwise, I know couples who leave their children and go out,
True.
So that worked in our favor, and he was happy to be at home. It's not that he was doing all the work, but it's just that somebody was around. Even though we have maids and cooks, but it still takes a lot to run the house.
A parent is a parent after all.
Just to be around to, make sure that there is a person you can talk to if there is,
Yeah.
in times of need.
So, ma'am, if someone wishes to take this as a profession, what you do, how can one do that? How did it happen for you, which you already spoken a little? And was it a conscious decision, or it just happened automatically for you?
I said I wasn't good in maths or science, so what was left was arts. I started writing. I saw a job in a .com when I joined there. It was a good environment, very good people. I really liked the whole idea of, and it was coming naturally to me. It was communications, internal communications as well as corporate communications, whatever external, letters they were sending. They would pass it through me. So I would just check for proofing, editing and kinds. And it would come very naturally because, studying in a convent and then, whatever your MA English and all those courses did help. It was coming naturally. I said, good, this is what I'm enjoying, so let me continue in this line. And
So those who want to take this as a profession, ma'am, what would you ask them to,
But I did come across a lot of people when I was, after you achieve a certain position in life, like, you're a senior writer, say at a midday or a
Yes, ma'am.
decade newspaper, you would get interns from, mass communication colleges, and they would think, these girls are having a ball of a time. They're just going to a party and writing. That's later in life.
That's what you see in
But,
movies, right?
Yeah,
Page
that's just
3
probably
write-ups and all.
10% of your work. You also do a lot of hard work. You also do, a lot of other writings which people don't see. These days, it's the age of social media. You see only an event being covered, or this woman is going there posing, and that's her work. That's not.
That's not how really it
that's
is.
probably 5% of her work. What is the other half that they spend doing a lot of writing, lot of research. We would have deadlines. If you're in a daily newspaper, you have a daily deadline to meet, right? And you have to come up with something interesting because there are other newspapers in town. There are some 7-8 dailies, right? How are you different from others? Your stories can be rejected. You also have a little boss sitting there who can just say what rubbish. So you come up with an interesting story every single day. So we did a lot of breaking stories. It's not murder or crime, but even in lifestyle there can be, we came out with the first, we identified people who are now very big. But we identified them, we wrote about them maybe 10 years back, and that time they were just starting out. But we identified them, we interviewed them. So we would say we were the first now, even now, they have respect for us. Whenever
Yeah.
they meet us, these are people who've reached really
Do you have competition
great
in this
heights.
field, ma'am? Do you have any competition in this field?
Not really. I think everyone.
They've got a
people-
different branch. Everybody's into
Yeah,
different
yeah.
things.
No, no, yeah.
Yeah,
We
so
would meet
everybody has a
We
space.
would all go to, say, maybe an Amir Khan would have come, and
Yeah.
there are all 5 newspapers sitting and waiting for our turns,
talk,
and there's
yeah.
no competition. We are all friends. We will meet that
Because
star.
I think every
How we
author-
bring out their interview is our lookout, and
Yeah.
how the paper format is.
Ma'am, I've always seen you, and in fact, all ladies and gentlemen out there, my beautiful viewers, I've always seen her as a very balanced person, always with a smile. Even now, she's smiling when she's talking. Even when she talks, there's a nice aura around her. You know, she's been a good friend, and even at times, ma'am, I would definitely say it on air, a guiding force. Now, how do you manage this balanced attitude of yours?
Well, no, I'm also normal. I also get angry. There are times I lose, and sometimes I also shout at children, and then they tell me it's okay. You go or lock yourself in your room for a while and then come back. So we do that. I'm normal. You know, I'm not always smiling and hunky dory, and there are problems everybody has. And, I do my little yoga and meditation in the morning. I think that really helps because the world out here is stressful, and the moment you get out, there's something or the other that will trouble you. There are people who are jealous, there are people who are happy for you, there are people, all kinds of people, right? So it's different. So you learn every day, you imbibe,
And then you move on with a smile.
and then you go with
Yeah.
the flow. Go with the flow. Smile is. I tell everybody. I mean, smile. I think it really helps
It really
me
does.
as well. I mean, besides, of course, easing out the whole situation, but it helps me. It helps me forget the
Absolutely.
tensions that are there. I mean, that will be there. I have one happy day where I'm so happy, thrilled, and everything's going right. And the next day itself, something would go wrong. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's the end of life. You're alive. We
My
need
next
to-
question was actually on her, fitness regime because
Oh, yeah,
she's
not
a
fit.
yoga person. I mean, but being fit is mentally fit, emotionally fit, physically fit. You're a yoga person, man. We've in fact seen your vacation trips. I remember that fall. I don't know which was that place on our holiday doing the beautiful yoga, and she was live at that time. Does it help you, being mentally strong, and and does it, as you mentioned, it does bring a smile on your face? It's been how many years you've been into this yoga?
Yoga I've been doing for many years, but I've
Mhm.
taken breaks in between. Almost 10 years I've been doing, and that's really, really helped me calm down. There's still a long, long way to go. I think it's a journey, and fitness is a journey. I'm not fit. That's because I love my food.
And you
That's
love your
the only desserts. I have a sweet tooth, so I know if I cut down on my cravings, I can definitely get fitter. But I'm trying to be healthy. I'm not comparing to anyone. And I have no problem. I'm good as I am. I would definitely be happier if I was slimmer, but that's all right. But I do my bit. I do.
Look who's talking. Look who's
No,
talking.
no. I'm overweight, but that's fine. I'm healthy, touch wood. Yeah, I mean that's more important. And whatever. It's not about being fat or being thin. I think being healthy and being happy, but is very important.
Very
And also squeeze in. Even if you're thin, doesn't mean you don't exercise. You know? That's for your basic. It's like how you eat and drink. You put in half an hour, 40 minutes every day. You do a walk, you climb your stairs, or you do anything. You do yoga, you run, you play.
So viewers, please
your
do
kids,
something. At least
something.
walk a little. In fact, just
Yeah.
before your interview, I was telling my team, and I was telling them, I said, guys, you're young, okay, you have this old lady sitting right in front of you, but you are so young, you need to be walking around the entire campus at least 5 rounds, I mean, I think that's very important. Even a little bit of walk is
Very
still
important.
okay.
Very important.
Yeah. Ma'am, was pandemic a setback for you?
Not really. I think it gave me time to really, sit back and relax, introspect, spend some time with family, home. I did a little bit of cooking, and I was happy. My at my house. My children, everybody liked my cooking, so I was like, okay, we've had a cook for
Yeah,
the
for many
longest
years,
time,
yeah.
but yeah, it was all right. It was a good change. Everything I like change. I'm not somebody who I'm not somebody who will sit and crib about anything. It's
That I know.
accept-
That I agree.
yeah.
That I completely
Just
agree.
accept change, go with the flow. Like, I mean, I like the name and I would probably
Thank
go on
you.
saying, and
Thank you so much.
that's
ma'am.
my mantra and that's what's keeping me alive.
Well, about your best memories of your travel, ma'am, which has
Oh,
been
travel,
your
I
best
think
trip,
is the-
and please tell us about those places so that people can start making a note. And I really want to know what are the best places to travel at this point of time. What has been your best memory? I've seen those trips to Rajasthan, ma'am. I don't know.
Oh,
I have
Rajasthan
this.
is-
Inner feeling of traveling to Rajasthan because that's the only place that during my army tenure I've not been able to cover.
Oh, you
And I
must.
want to go to Jaisalmer and Jodhpur. So, what have been your beautiful memories of?
Yeah, I mean,
travel?
India is full of beautiful places because right now you can only travel in India apart from Thailand and
Maldives.
Maldives. And now Sri Lanka and Mauritius have opened,
Mhm.
but Mauritius you have to quarantine yourself for a few days
Okay.
and then only step out of your hotel.
Mhm.
Now Sri Lanka is opening.
Mhm.
There are places that will open one by one, but I think road trips it happened, right?
Mhm.
Last few months have been the year of road trips, so there's lots to explore in India as well. Of course, once the skies open up, we'll all head out,
I know.
and we're all waiting.
We're all waiting.
We're all waiting. But
What was
India
your
also
your
has
your
amazing
best?
places.
What was your best?
I've been fortunate to have traveled to really a lot of places. I've been to Turkey, to Israel, Canada was beautiful. Canada I did twice,
Mhm.
and Canada is so huge that you can go every year and still explore more.
Yeah.
Every year of your life. So I have a lifetime visa for Canada, and I would love to go every.
My God, guys!
Yeah,
so these are the
it's,
benefits of being the lifestyle influencer, all right, and a macro traveler.
Yeah. So many beautiful places. Manchester, I was lucky
What
to
is
have
going
gone
to be the top one as soon everything opens up? Where would you want to go?
So I'm also a scuba diver. I'm dying to get back to scuba diving. I've done very few after I got certified. I've done only few diving trips. I would love to do more. I love beaches. I love hills. I love traveling. Who doesn't?
Yeah,
right?
who
Yeah,
doesn't?
it's just
Who
yeah.
doesn't?
Like as cliched as it may sound, but it
Yeah.
does broaden your horizon and it does make you humble. I think
True.
you see how you are. Like a tiny thing in the world. It's a huge world, and you are nothing. Here you sit in your four walls, and you think, oh, you're the queen of
Yeah.
whatever your little space. But then you head out, you realize you're just a tiny speck. So that really humbles you, and it's just opens you to different cultures, different food, so many things. Yeah. So and you have to be very flexible. If you like to travel, you have to be very flexible. You have to learn how to live in any kind of weather, any kind of even small rooms, big rooms, luxury, all that you have to forget. Learn to adapt to different food. So
that's
initially I
probably
remember,
something.
my husband used to work for a Japanese company, and 20 years back I'd gone to Japan, and it was such an eye opener for me. I wasn't used to all that Japanese food, and I'd gone with him as his plus one. He was doing his work. I was going around on my own, taking trains every day, exploring and stopping at every station that would come. And then I realized, if I because I couldn't stand the smell, I would probably go to a McDonald's,
Yeah.
eat a burger and could not eat. And then I started tasting, and then I realized, oh my god, all this is so good. Why haven't I had this all this while? I had my first sushi, say 20 years back, and I loved it so much. And then after that, every time I traveled, I tried tasting local food. Yeah, and it was, I think, the best food that I've had after that.
How has Bangalore treated you, ma'am? How has Bangalore been with you since we are here, we are settled here, and most of your time is in Bangalore?
Yeah, Bangalore's been lovely, very safe. Because I sometimes come back even at midnight, all alone, driving in my car, and There's touch wood never been any problem. There's
And what are the
no
best
issue.
best? I'm stealing everything from her. All the information that I can gather for you all. What are the best places to go and eat, ma'am? To dine.
Yeah, Bangalore is only eating and dining and drinking places. There's no beaches here. We don't have.
Yeah.
Only we have to drive out wherever we go. If we need jungles or beaches, we need to get out. Then Bangalore is just food and drinking. That's the culture. So that's how it is. That's why I'm not losing. Despite all the power yoga I do and running on my treadmill. But there's so many. There's amazing breweries. There are lots of new breweries coming up. There's a good wine culture. There's all kinds of global cuisine you get. Recently, I went to a restaurant that serves Cambodian food, and when I was in Cambodia, I was having fish amok, and I loved that dish so much. All my 6 days that I was in Cambodia, every single day I was having it for lunch and dinner.
Wow.
So when I heard about this Cambodian restaurant, I was like, "Do you have fish amok?" And I said, "Yes, we have." I was so excited. So you get everything here now, literally everything.
Yeah, in
It's,
fact, I've been with her and she's been kind enough to take me along, and I've really tasted some wonderful cuisines out there. Even their local foods,
Yeah.
the way they are presented to us,
Yeah.
and the best is how she covers them. How do you manage to do that, ma'am? What lovely words really flow out of what she captures.
You are
I think
too
that's
kind,
a-
yeah.
no. I think I write normal English and that's how it goes. But the way she kind of portrays it out on the platter is something that probably
No,
the
it should
youngsters
be
are-
normal English. That's what I was told maybe 20 years back when I started writing. Don't try to put very flowery language or use big words. That's not.
Guys, that's for
that's
you.
not.
Those are watching.
Yeah. That's not how it will connect with your
The
readers.
common man?
Yeah.
The common man.
Just let it be very natural. Let it be very flowy and.
Ma'am, you are an esteemed member of the Women's Indian Chamber of
Yes,
Commerce
thanks to
Industry,
you.
Karnataka
Yeah.
Defence Personal Council, and I really wanted to thank you and take a moment of expressing my heartfelt gratitude, because this lady has been there all the time that we really wanted her help. I don't think she's ever said no to anybody. I don't know how you manage that.
I should
That's
say
one.
thanks to you.
No,
It's your council.
no, it is completely my privilege, and on this platform, I definitely want to say thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being there, not only
Thanks
as
to
an
you.
esteemed council member, but also as a good friend, as a very dear lady. In fact, our association somehow indirectly also goes back to the community where your sister-in-law and your parents stay. Which we learned definitely later. So thank you, uncle and auntie, for bringing up this beautiful daughter of
Yeah,
yours.
they'll definitely watch this.
Oh yes, please do. Namaste uncle, namaste auntie. We definitely know each other, but thank you for sending this soul into my life. I think that's what is required, ma'am. Being humble, being nice, being sweet.
So
being-
are you. You
You're
were, I think,
such
the
a
most
sweet-
humble. You call
No.
everybody ma'am, and you talk to everybody
I
with
will
so
grant
much
it to
respect.
my profession.
Yeah, you've been a major in the army, and
I
you
in fact,
also
I
encourage
encourage-
everybody. You inspire so many people.
I in fact, ma'am, I remember the first time that probably we met could have been Phoenix Kasaku, and that was your first write-up as well. And I remember I featured in that magazine
Yeah,
of
yeah,
yours,
we
Ritz
covered
magazine. I felt
one of the
so
jewelry launches.
elated, so elated, and thank you to
yeah,
Mama
imagine
for-
I've been doing that for
I know.
how many years?
Many years, ma'am. Many years. In fact, her aura, her positivity, this is completely infectious. Her friends watching out there, I think you're absolutely blessed
Thank you,
to
thank
have
you.
her around. Ma'am, thank you for being
Thank
with
you
me.
so much.
Your
Thank
final message to my viewers out there, if you would like to say something.
I would just want to say thank you so much, for this platform. And although I'm not on Coffee with Karan or on national television, but
She's
this
on Coffee
is
with Go With the Flow.
Coffee with Go With the Flow, and I think this is a great way to encourage, people, normal people. And why not? Everybody is something special, and everybody does something special. So Major Aditi's been kind enough to recognize people. When she asked me, I want you on my live, and I said, why me? There's so many, successful women. I've not done anything big in life. She said, no, ma'am, everybody is doing something, and you have, ma'am. You need to. So she makes you feel so good about yourself. I think you need such people in your
We need real
life.
people, real lives and their
Yeah.
journeys, because we all are common people. We are real people, and that's what I wanted to
Yeah.
do. There is a lot of platform for, no offense meant, for celebrities, for page 3, and we
Yeah.
would like to see you there on the big screen. But please see us on the small screen with people like Namita Gupta ma'am. A small souvenir from my end, and this is going to be something that you're already holding,
yes,
but just
okay.
a small souvenir.
Thank you.
And this is Go With the Flow with Major
Thank you
Aditi.
so much.
And of course, as you
That's
all know, this is Bharat
Mera
Mata
Bharat.
Ki Jai, Bharat Mahan Hamara. And a small thing that I picked up, this is the Voila earrings. We were
Thank
there
you.
yesterday, so I thought I must give it to you. Thank you so much,
Thank
ma'am.
you, thank you.
Thank you, ladies and
Thank you,
gentlemen.
guys.
Thank you so much for watching us. I'm going to be with you with a team of 3 very, very enterprising women who have made a difference in the state of Karnataka, probably across India. I'll see you next time. Thank you, and Jai Hind from Major Aditi.
Jai Hind.